This is Akashvani Bengaluru. Good evening and welcome. This is English Talks. I'm Jyoti Das, and accompanying me in the studio is Mr. Vishwanath Mallabadi Davangere. He's an eco-innovator, as called by one of the popular newspapers recently. As I understand, he's an artist, creating beauty from trash. E-waste, to be more precise. From waste to worthy is the tagline of the Upcycle store that he's the proprietor of. Welcome, sir. Let's start by asking you more about yourself and the work you do.
Thank you, Jyoti, for having me. So this is very exciting journey which I started in 2004. It's almost 2 decades now. I have been doing this work from scratch. Basically, I was trying to see beauty in e-waste. My journey started way back when I was a small kid. I used to go to Kabadi Bazaar in Delhi. I used to go and try to get a lot of waste gadgets, and I try to dismantle them and see how interesting something I try to create out of waste. Like a small kid, no, there are a lot of curiosity, how you see things, and you try to innovate something very interesting. And to give little more background on my family, my father is a very renowned sculptor and painter. It's basically in my DNA, it's a legacy. I used to see him doing a lot of clay modeling and sculptures using a lot of different materials. My brothers also, they are in creative field. And fortunately, I had opportunity to work with a very famous scientist. He's an IIT graduate from Delhi. So we used to do a lot of R&D stuff. Like I was a member of amateur radio, wherein every weekend, no, I used to go there and do projects. It's actually basically a hobby club where you create amateur radio as transceivers. It's like a transmitter and receiver. That's how I got a lot of technical knowledge on electronics, fabrication, mechanical, and lot of other things there. And being a artist, no, it's like in my blood. So there is absolutely no issue working on my creativity. My background, educational background, my qualification is BSc in botany, zoology, and chemistry. I'm more interested in R&D, doing a lot of research work. So I got so much inspiration, and then a lot of technical knowledge I used to apply and then see how to make a fusion between art and technology. So that was how I started exploring a lot of new things, gadgets, and then I was not into eco art, what I'm doing right now. This is like slowly developed actually. Once you have curiosity, basically, then you start to see how things you can explore. So I used to play and then create something interesting. So nothing is waste for me. Even a small nail, if you come to my studio there, you will see tons of e-waste is there, starting from e-waste and then electronic, mechanical, plastic. So any waste you give me, I'll make a magic, and then using my aesthetic sense, and I'll transform into beautiful objects.
So, I understood your passion towards electronics
Right.
and your inborn artistic talents.
Correct.
You combine both of them,
Right.
and that is what you do today. The sustainability part of it. Is it conscious or is it just a side effect of what you do?
See, when you start something on your own and then you just think of what you feel like, you feel good. I never thought of like it's not like a pre-plan like sustainability during those days. No, it was not a very popular word. Brain is such a wonderful organ. Once you start visualizing how it works, means you have to have a huge archive. So same thing happens. Like once you have the huge database, then your brain start working on it, which part you have to cohesively use, and then how aesthetically it gives a beauty, how you can enhance. So those lines, no, slowly it comes. Sustainability, after doing my 2-3 sessions, I attended one sustainable development goal, one seminar happened in Hyderabad. It was first conference for sustainable development goal. So where I showcased all my e-waste work transformed into a beautiful art sculptures. So it was almost 4 years back. So that is how I got more excited. Like, yeah, there is a possibility to share my works and then take it into higher levels.
Lakhs and lakhs of parts.
Correct.
Where do you source them from?
See, sourcing part is very, very interesting thing. And I identified some 20 vendors in Bangalore. What I used to do every Sunday, even in Bangalore, there is a Kabaddi Bazaar, which is in Chickpete. So these vendors, they try to get very minimum money. They don't sell it for very high prices because they sometimes what happened, they used to get it from lot of auctions and then bulk. So they used to give me in kgs. Start getting lot of material. It's not just e-waste. E-waste is one thing which usually recyclers they are more concentrated, and why they collect e-waste because of precious metals like gold, copper, silver, aluminium. So those they try to extract and get money out of it.
You have been talking about upcycling. Even your store is called the Upcycle Store. We are quite familiar with the word recycling when it comes to sustainability and green economy. What exactly is the difference between these two terms?
So recycling is a conventional way, and upcycling is something not very popular in Bangalore, in India. In fact, I used to talk about upcycling in a lot of conferences, seminars, and I used to tell even Government Pollution Control Board also I used to tell, please promote upcycling. Promote upcycling because it will help as an alternate source for recycling. Recycling, you cannot do 100% recycling. And recycling is a must. Why? Because any object you manufacture, phones or whatever electronic gadgets, the most important thing is the raw material which we get out of natural resources. Anything like cadmium, nickel, or copper, these are all natural resources we get it from our planet, which it has to be recycled, and that is called circular economy. So circular economy is very, very important.
I can identify you as an engineer, as an artist, and as an environmentalist. Which tag would you identify yourself with the most?
I would love to be innovative. Why? Because artist, I think anybody can paint or anybody can express their feeling using canvas or sculpting. Most important thing is like how ultimately, if I talk about little philosophy, the life itself, the most important thing is you have to contribute something to the society or something to the environment in smaller way or in a very big scale. That is different question, but you have to contribute. It's not like you just born just for a survival. That is not the point.
My final question to
Right.
you. Now that you're a known name, your masterpieces are displayed across prominent places and events in Bangalore, and I suppose elsewhere as well. Do you believe you have achieved what you had set out to? Or what do you envision in your future?
I know in Europe and US, Australia, upcycling, they give so much importance in the sense like they create festivals, they create a lot of competitions, they create like school and colleges, they do a lot of competition wherein they encourage upcycling. In India, I don't think, first thing is they don't know what is upcycling. Upcycling is you are adding more value to it. So I believe there is definitely there is a potential. You can earn money with the government support. If they give some infrastructure or if they promote upcycling, it will definitely, you can take it into a very big business.
Thank you, sir. It was a pleasure. This wraps up tonight's edition of English Talks. It's me, Jyoti Das, signing off. I was in conversation with Mr. Vishwanath Mallabadi Davangere. He is an eco innovator and he was talking about the importance of upcycling. turning trash into something beautiful and valuable. This program was brought to you by Akashvani Bengaluru.